Jordan's King Abdullah on Gaza. No refugees in Jordan, no refugees in Egypt.
This post received a score of 17,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Honestly, their faces just makes the title sound like, lol, no.
Random fact: King Abdullah is the only monarch in history to be in an episode of Star Trek.
Lol, nice. Wasn't that a non-speaking part due to the actor guild or something?
Yeah, he just an extra in an episode of Voyager S2 EP20. He was just the prince at that time, and it was a surprise gift from his US advisor. He thought he just going to visit the set because he's a big Trekkie, but when he got there they brought him to wardrobe and makeup. Lol.
Star Trek diplomacy, the US State Department was truly ahead of its time.
If that whole thing doesn't encapsulate the welcoming and genial nature of Starfleet IDK, what does?
I read his book Our Last Chance for Peace. His father really did want peace and tried. King Abdullah had many secret meetings in Israel for peace. But the extreme elements that just want war screamed louder than them.
Similarly with Israel, Yitzhak Rabin, the fifth Prime Minister of Israel, took place on 4 November 1995. He too had made efforts to make peace and was assassinated for his troubles. The assassination has been described as emblematic of a Kulturkampf, cultural struggle, between religious right-wing and secular left-wing forces within Israel. The religious right-wing assholes on both sides don't want peace. Netanyahu was one of Rabin's loudest critics at the time too. And we have all seen what a vile, corrupt, piece of shit he turned out to be.
If you've ever crossed the border from Israel to Jordan, you know how seriously they take their security. Jordan does not fuck around with this stuff. I don't think they give a shit about religion in this scenario.
Isn't the border security to keep the Palestinians out and not the Israelis?
In general, I'm saying it's crazy the amount of security. I walked across with snipers pointing their guns at me. All to see the treasury at Petra. 100% worth it.
Did you see just the treasury or the greater Petran city?
The whole thing. Got to walk through most of Petra. It's amazing. Just avoid the Pirates of the Caribbean looking dudes.
It's on my bucket list. It was an utter marvel for water harvesting, desert agriculture, and flourished up to just before Muhammad. Jealous. Glad you had the experience.
The fear in Muslim states of having militant actors come into their country with the refugee population because they cannot weed him out is real. So they would rather leave an untenable situation for the rest of the world to handle so as not to upset their population with new militants in their population to subvert their own tentative hold on power.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.